So now when I put my text in here, it should go in here, wrap around, and do what I need to do. Now, one of the problems already is you can see the text is not quite where I want it to be because the image doesn't match that image. So I'm going to once again click on it, shrink it to match that size, bring this up right here. There we go. We're cooking with gas, and then bring my image up right there. Ta-da! Now that looks pretty good, doesn't it? And so when I paste in here, it should wrap from this box down to the lower box. Let's see if that happens. So let's go to the text real quick here. My presentation. Let's grab my presentation. Let's take the next paragraph right there. Let's copy it. All right. And let's come up. And now let's paste it right there. Control V. And it's all messed up because I didn't want bold, so I'm actually Control Z. Let's change some of these parameters. Let's make regular. 23 is a little big, so we'll bring it down to 20, or yeah, about 20. Okay, as far as text size is concerned. And now we'll try to paste. There you go, and it wrapped it all around. Now, if this had been too small, and I want to show this to you, then you're going to get this little red dot right here. See that little red X right there? That means it's too small. And you know what? I don't like the way it is anyway. I want to do some more wrapping. So I'm going to go ahead and shrink that up a little bit. And I'm going to put another box in there. So just draw another text box. Or I could do this. I could click right here. It knows it's going to draw another text box. And see, already it's ready to draw another text box. And I just make it wide just like that. Look at that. It connects it and automatically pulls the text down. Isn't that super cool? Now what I'm going to do is it's not quite under where it needs to be, and I don't like the kind of way it's tweened. I want to actually, in a sense, adjust the leading. Are you familiar with the term leading? You know, it's basically how far these are apart from each other. So let's go to where that's done. Okay, so I'm going to highlight all this text right here, all the way down. And there's this little parameter right here called leading. When I change that, look what's happening to my text. See how it gets small? And I don't like that. See how it gets further apart? That's too far, right? Bring it back. There, a little too much like that. Isn't that cool? And now I just want to kind of adjust the boxes around because they're not quite close enough to each other. So I'm going to go to my click button here, just kind of move them around. That's pretty cool. Move them a little closer. That's pretty cool. Going to stretch this one out a little bit. That's pretty cool. And that's how you basically go around a box. And of course, there's a lot more adjustments that I can go around making, right? But that's the basic setup right there for basically using text layout format. And now that I have that, I could save that, and I definitely want to do. We're going to call File Save As. This is actually going to be page 3. I got it already set up to save in my particular directory. We'll call this page 3. We want to save this in Pages, so we'll go ahead and do that. Make sure it says page 3. Alright. And then I want to use this as an image, not as an SWF. So we're going to go ahead and file. We're going to export this, right? Export image, and it's already ready to be exported to page 3. Go save. And I'm going to replace that because I already had like a dumb page 3 there, so that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is go back to my XML. Where is it? And I'm going to go, okay, that be page 3, just changing the XML, and that should be the next page that appears if I did everything right. Make sure you save that or changes won't take part. And now what we're going to do is run our XML template. Ta-da! This is going to be wonderful. I'm so excited. And there's my beautiful scene there. Woohoo! You know, let's go ahead and get the full screen here. That's fine. Let's hit the preview button. And let's turn the page, and let's turn the page. Oh, you know what I did? I replaced page 3 with page, that should have been page 4. That was a mistake, wasn't it? So when I make a horrible mistake like that, what should I do, Zach? Should I scream and cry? You didn't say yes. No, because what you always want to do is when you actually do any work in Flash is always make sure you save your development files somewhere. Just don't do something and move on. Make sure you save those development files. So we're pretty good. Not a whole lot of work here to do. That's page 2. The next one is what? Page 3. There you go. it's in the XML. Now it's easier when it's in the XML than the development files, but always save your development files. And that's a hard lesson to learn sometimes, because sometimes you're working so fast you don't have time to do that. But if I had created a database of all my stuff that I'd created all the years that I've worked in Flash and other programming, I would think my life would be much easier. But sometimes you end up having to reinvent the wheel. That's all set. It's saved, and let's go ahead and run this and see if we get what we're supposed to get. Drum rolls. You know, cheerleader expressing excitement. Let's see what happens. Here we go. There it is. Turn the page. Hoo-hoo, that's the first one. Isn't that super cool? It's just begging me, please turn me over. Please turn me over. Turn me over. There you go. Ta-da! And then you get this organizational change video. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? Just a little bit of work. Doesn't TextFlow look fantastic? It sure does. So why don't you try to make a few pages for me, okay?